I know I need to size up with you, and when I defang the Viper, trust me, ain't gonna come from nowhere. Jeff, I already put you out. I don't even know why you're out here right now. Keep on talking. Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group? And Mustafa, you out here, a boy among men. And I'm gonna tell you what, you got lucky at the Rumble, so I know you're gonna come out here and run your mouth about how bad you are. But let me give you a little bit of a reality check. You see, Mustafa, you said that my eyes don't lie. Well, your eyes don't lie either, because last week, they were closed real tight when I put your simple ass to sleep. And AJ, hey man, be honest with me. How's our old girl Wendy doing?
Welcome back to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. It's me, Hafeez. With me as always is Devin. And welcome to Season 3. Yes, welcome in. Gather around. Put your seatbelts on. Buckle up. It's time to go on the ride. Let's go. Season 3. Excited. Devin, how you feeling about Season 3?
Brace for impact. Oh, man, I'm ready. I'm excited. Man, Season 1, I felt like we was in developmental mode, almost jobbers, and then we Season 2, mid-level, mid-card. Season 3, we had the main event, baby. We here. We have arrived. Oh, shit, I lost my shirt. When did that fall off? Yeah, see what happened?
What is going
I'm so
on?
excited.
It's already off the rails.
Right,
it's off
man.
the rails.
I guess the head of the table didn't like that shirt, man. He was like, fuck
Get that shit out of here. Is that my merch? Is that my merch?
It ain't my merch.
Am I getting paid for that? Did I get a cut of that? Huh? Do I look stupid?
Man.
What is going on here?
Oh, my God, yes. Oh, Tribal Chief. Man.
Oh, man. Well,
my man is sensitive.
Yeah, he don't like to be kept waiting. We know that based off of what happened on SmackDown. Oh, my God.
No.
You see the shirt? You read the shirt? Head of the table. No, you let me know. Like, I should know. Like, oh, man, it was great.
Yes.
But
you know what? Let me fix this for the viewers, because this is going to bother the shit out of me. Even when I edit.
All right, well.
I'm like, you know what? I knew I should have fixed this when I did. I'm going to do that now.
Yeah.
So you can keep on
Go
continuing to
ahead.
talk while I fix this.
I'll continue. All right, so this episode will be the Royal Rumble recap as Devin fixes the Tribal Chiefs merch wall behind him there. We're going to be going over the Royal Rumble, and stick around for the end. We will be doing Q&A, getting some questions answered that we got on the social medias. But yeah, we're going to be going through Royal Rumble. This Royal Rumble, it was definitely a fun episode, a fun pay-per-view overall. We had a bunch of championship matches, and of course the men's and women's Royal Rumbles capped it off, in a big way. We made predictions. We'll go over those predictions, let you know how we did with those predictions. But yeah, man, I just feel like this show, this Royal Rumble was probably one of the better Royal Rumbles I've seen in quite a while. Every Royal Rumble is fun, but this one here felt like the winners, like they got me. They got me in an emotional way, and just I felt it. I was happy for them, genuinely happy for the people that won. So let's backtrack though and go back to the beginning and start this off right. So the show opened up.
Let me say this real quick. I got to do a big shout out to Jofo in the Ring. I was a guest on their watch along for Royal Rumble. Had a good time. Thank you for the invite, sir. I cannot wait till we do our collab and have Jimmy Prophet on the show as well. Even though that was a spoiler alert. But anyways, it's a good spoiler right there. I can't wait to have Jimmy Prophet, the harbinger of truth, on our show. It will be fun. But man, big shout out to Jofo in the Ring though.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And sorry I couldn't be there as well. Just work and everything. My apologies, but definitely looking forward to linking up with you guys in the future, in the near future. Devin dropped that little hint, but we'll get more news on that, more info on that to come as as time goes on. We'll fill you guys in. But back to the Royal Rumble. So this we'll kick it off right with pre-show. So on the pre-show, I found out early on that they're going to do the women's tag team champion match during pre-show. Now this is one of the few pre-shows where I'm like, you know what? I got to see this. As much as I wasn't really into this matchup, it's still Charlotte, Asuka, Nia, Shayna. I'm not missing that. I'm not missing that. And for the women's tag team championship, and we both predicted that there was going to be a title change, that that Nia and Shayna were going to win. And surprise, surprise, they did win. We do have new women's tag team champions. So, one, good job WWE for making the right decision, because logically it just made sense for, with all the distractions that both Charlotte and Asuka had going into this matchup, with Asuka having to deal with Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte dealing with her father and Lacey Evans, messing with her. It just made sense. So, in the matchup too, it was a solid matchup. Not too much to talk about details-wise in the match, but it was a solid matchup overall. Really competitive matchup. But in the end, it was, in fact, the team of Nia and Shayna that got the win. So we'll talk about moving forward when we get into the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble matchup, specifically for this one. But, definitely, I feel like this is a step in the right direction for the women's tag team division, because you put the belts back on a team that, even though the whole story is like they don't get along, but there's this weird chemistry that they have together. Yeah. And they're dominant.
And I feel like they're a tag team too. They have that tag team energy. Yeah. Like, they're on the same page. They're both, like you said, they're both dominant. They're both physical and violent. And that work, and that seems to be working well with this, with this tag team.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely, looking forward to what's to come for this tag team. And again, as far as Charlotte and Asuka goes, I mean, there are ramifications from the Rumble, so we'll hold off on that until we talk about the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. All right, so let's move through the card. So they open up the main card of the Royal Rumble with Goldberg. The 2K crowd noise. Goldberg. Like, just this, like, the rhythm and everything was. Bring the crowd noise down. Just go into settings. All right, find the music volume. Turn that shit down. There we go. Crowd noise, music volume. Yeah, okay.
Turn the tremble down.
So Goldberg came out first. It was cool. He had a new gear, the shorts. Yeah, he had the shorts with the logo on the back.
He wanted to hide the skinny legs, man. Because he ain't got.
It kind of felt like Brock a little bit. He felt like Brock a little bit with this look. A little bit. He's not as swole as Brock, but he kind of had like a Brock vibe. Yeah, it was like a Brock Lesnar light. Is what I felt.
Light version of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, man. Like how the Coke Zero is Brock Zero. It's like no sugar, no extra. It's just. Oh, hey, man. Want the smoke? Let's go.
Hey, right. It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. So. But yeah, man, came out there, cool. Then they played a video for Drew a video for the feud, for the rivalry. There really wasn't that much of a build-up for this matchup because Drew, unfortunately, he tested positive for COVID. So when he came back, they had the face-to-face, and that was pretty much it. So they showed the video, trying to hype it up a little bit more. Then Drew came out, sword, kilt, went out there, cool. They had a issue, though, in the very beginning before the match officially kicked off, which was strategic because they know this match isn't going to go long. Apparently, Goldberg said something. He said something to Drew. Drew didn't like it. Give him the, Scottish kiss or whatever, and headbutted the shit out of him. Just headbutt. Went outside. They went fisticuffs outside. Goldberg, I think, speared Drew McIntyre outside. Came back in the ring. They hadn't started the match. Bell hadn't rung. They're asking Drew. Refs asking Drew, do you want to continue? When this was happening, I got to tell you, I was actually, full disclosure, I was on edge when this match started off. Bro, because
let me ask you this. How many times were you prepared to rant within that match?
I don't even think I was clocking that. In my mind, I was more like, oh, please, God, don't let this happen. Please, God, I'm praying. I am praying. Sweet baby Jesus, Buddha, whoever, please, like, do not let Goldberg.
Yes.
The universe, please, do not let this man, do not let Goldberg ruin this for us. And, shout out to Joey Quesada, but he definitely got in my head a little bit with if Vince isn't truly sold with Drew, Goldberg's going to win. If he is, Drew's going to win. And I'm thinking, he's sold on Drew. He loves Drew. But then, man, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. When he took that spear on the outside and he was looking like, oh, and the ref's like, do you want to continue?
Oh my God. I was like, are we fucking doing this? Are we fucking doing this? Oh my God. I was like, this is about to be the craziest, stupidest Rumble in history. I was prepared to give everybody the smoke right there.
Sweating. I was just sweating. I'm like, oh, please. There's that gif of the dude from Key and Peele with the sweat, just dripping sweat. That was me.
Profusely, man, all that sweat.
Yes. 100%. That was me. I'm like, oh God, oh no, Drew, come on, man. And then Drew hit the Claymore. I'm like, yes, come on. And then Goldberg kicked out. I was like, ah, shit. And then Goldberg hit him with a spear. And then he said jackhammer. I was like, oh, please don't.
I was like, oh shit. Right now you're talking about edge of your seat. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh shit, just be safe. Fuck, God damn it, Goldberg, just be safe. And he hit it, and it looked kind of like sketchy. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Sketch. It was sketch. It was sketch. Just like he lost him he had him up fine. That was okay. Yep. But then when he went to go slam him, it's like he lost his grip. And then Drew just kind of fell on the mat. And I'm like, oh, no, But he was okay. And then Drew kicked out. And Goldberg had this look like, what's going on? Who kicks out of the jacket? Oh, my God. Right. Oh, man. And then once that happened, I'm like, okay. I think I
felt at ease.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
And Drew hit the Claymore. And I think it was it one Claymore after that or two? I don't remember, but I know he hit the Claymore.
I think it was 2 Claymores. He gave
I feel like it might have been more.
He put a little respect on it, so I guess he gave him 2 Claymores.
Gave him a second one just to make him feel like you strong. I respect you enough to put you down and make sure you're down. So I hit him with the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. He got the victory. He retained. Thank God. And then, Goldberg and him had a moment in the middle of the ring, and Goldberg kind of looked at him. He shook his hand. He said, you passed the test. You passed. You did good. You passed the test. I said, what the fuck you mean?
I'm sorry, bro. I laughed my ass off. I immediately thought of training day.
Your hands where I can see them, and once you put that money in that bag, take your weapons and place them inside that pillowcase right there.
Congratulations, son. You made it. You passed the test. You're a nog.
When he said that shit, because when Denzel set up Ethan Hawke in that fucking drug deal, when he's about to get his ass murked, and then Ethan Hawke was able to plead and let them know, let me go, and he came up and surprised Denzel at his place of residence. He was like, oh, you passed the test. You a wolf now. You a wolf. I'm like, man, don't get that weak shit out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. What you talking about? Oh my God. That's great. That's a perfect analogy, man. That's perfect. Oh shit. You passed the test. Really? Really? No, stop. But whatever. Good on you. Good job, Goldberg, for putting him over. He raised his hand, he said him, and they kept selling. He went to the outside. He dropped down again. He was selling the injury, from just getting his ass whooped, in general from Drew. He looked tired. Even Drew, at one point, I thought I saw him say, hey, man, you okay? You all right? Like looking at him like.
Look a little winded. I'm looking at him right now. He is breathing hard.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like, he looks exhausted.
He was tired. He was winded.
She was like, I can go another 30 minutes, man.
Dude. That so the match time, 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
That sounds about right. I say he's going to beat him in 2.5 minutes.
I said, because we're saying, including the entrances, 6 minutes. We said 6 minutes. They added the video, too. But 2 minutes and 32 seconds, match time. The official ring the bell. Let's go.
Oh, man. Because I said he beat Brock in 5 minutes. He should do that in half the time. And he achieved that.
He did. He did.
In 2.5 minutes.
He did. I mean, it was a back and forth, because you had the spear and the jackhammer.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were going to get that. We weren't just going to get, no offense, zero offense.
I wanted a squash. God damn it.
I know that's what you predicted. Yeah.
0% offense from Goldberg. Let him miss or whiff on a couple of spears, and you know what I'm saying? Drew is just too quick for Goldberg, and then he just destroys him. I wanted that, but this is cool. This is acceptable.
Exactly. He looked.
They had to PG it, because this is AEW. We probably would have got a fucking, just like how Brody Lee destroyed Cody Rhodes in their first 10. He just destroyed him. He's just like, fuck all this. Boom, power slam, clothesline, count it, ref.
Yeah. Hey man, it's this. This was probably the best we could get from Vince, just because I feel like he truly loves Goldberg, and Drew. Yeah, Drew is this guy now.
You want to give him respect at the end.
Yeah,
so I get it.
So good. Cool, so man. It was fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So where we go from here, we'll see. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the Rumble as well. Let's move on to the next matchup. We had the SmackDown Women's Championship matchup: Sasha Banks versus Carmela, with Reginald on the side there. So this matchup here, I gotta admit, as big of a fan as I am of Sasha Banks, the match itself wasn't super memorable for me. It felt like it was a solid matchup. I don't have any complaints about it. I didn't even feel that fear of Sasha might lose this matchup. I kind of felt like finally settled in, you know what? No, Carmella's not beating her. Sasha's gonna win. Let's move on. So and it was a good showing by Sasha for sure. She won with the bank statement, if I remember right.
She did. Made her tap.
So yeah, made her tap out, and that's pretty definitive. I mean, I know now on SmackDown they're trying to sell, Carmella came out there, and trying to interject herself in the women's championship situation. No. You can't be in that store right now. Take a break. Even Reginald, we'll get on him in a little bit too. Talking about some trying to. I don't even understand what's going on Reginald's character right now. I really don't,
man.
I'm trying to understand.
Who you trying to be with? You trying to be with Carmella? You trying to be with Sasha?
With Sasha. It sounded like he was trying to be with Sasha. You can't beat Sasha. What? Huh? And then you can't even beat Carmella. The way he said that, I said,
yeah.
He said that Sasha's tougher than Carmella. He just straight up said it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's levels to this shit, huh?
Right. So we'll see. We'll see what they're trying to do with that. But Sasha retained successfully. Great job. 10 minutes, 25 seconds that match went. So again, solid matchup, but nothing really to be oh my God, this is one of the great. It was just a solid match that was in some ways forgettable, but I'm happy for Sasha. That's my girl, so definitely happy to see her get another dub as champion at a pay-per-view. It's awesome.
If anything, I was just more impressed with Carmella wrestling. That's how I walked out. Man.
Okay.
Carmella, she just really impressed me throughout that match. I didn't really pay attention because I was just going through the motions with Sasha Banks, like you said. I just felt like I was just settled in with her championship reign. She's now losing, but I was just paying attention to Carmella. I was in a wow, she's just doing this smooth ass transitions into the next wrestle move, man. So it was pretty impressive from Carmella, man.
I guess for me, I'm just kind of over the Carmella Sasha story. I feel like it's over with. It's just done. It's done. I felt like it was done before this, and so now we let's just move on. Next thing.
Yeah.
Just go. Let's just go. so and more to come with that too. Let's go to the other championship match before we get into the two Rumble matches. Let's save those for the end because in the order we actually had the women's Royal Rumble at this point. But let's go and shift over to the men's championship matchup, and then we'll go to the 2 Rumbles. So the WWE Universal Championship matchup, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus 50% chance Kevin Owens. Yes, I said it. 50% chance. And damn it, if this man wasn't trying to prove me right with his 50% chance. Oh, man. My goodness. But I'll let you take this over because this is your guy, the Tribal Chief. I want to hear what you got to say about this matchup and the outcome.
I was scared shitless. Like, scared. It wasn't, it was towards the end. But I'll backtrack a little bit, man. How I love how they just started the match in the ring, went outside, went up to the video screens over there. But then when they took it outside, you know, where you can see the stadium and everything, man, they were using, cool. Yeah, that's when they got kind of crazy right there. Kevin Owens jumping off this fucking, what you call it, not like a scaffold.
Forklift?
It was forklift. Yeah, he lifted up the forklift. He put Roman on the table, and then he just did a dive. Sunset flip dive on there. I was like, holy shit, he was getting destroyed. And then Roman Reigns harnessing his inner Kenny Omega trying to kill KO with the golf cart.
Oh man, it was yes.
That's actually worse than what Kenny did to Sammy Guevara, because Sammy Guevara did it a safe way. Like, you know, he just kind of did more of a selling.
Yeah.
This was no selling for KO. He just got ran the fuck over. It was just boom, just man over.
Oh, man. So 2 things with that. One is I know some people are saying, oh, you know, WWE ripped off AEW. AEW did it first. Just relax. Just calm down. Like, they're not, I'm sure AEW wasn't the first wrestling company to have someone get run over with a golf cart. And even if they were, who cares? They're using golf carts. God damn it,
Kane did it years ago. Are we forgetting Kane?
There we go.
Hello.
Thank you.
Case closed. Can we just move right along?
Done.
WWE, AEW fanboys, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's what y'all can do. All y'all do is bitch and complain. Just enjoy wrestling. God damn.
Just have fun with it. Exactly. 100%.
Sensitive ass motherfuckers, man. I get tired of y'all, man. Just bitching about this, bitching about that. Oh, Edge is a part-timer. Oh, you know, but it's cool for Sting. No, fuck all that, man. Y'all, shut the fuck up. That's what y'all can do.
Preach. Yes. Dude, thank you. 100%.
That's how we're going to kick off the 3rd season.
Second thing is, it was cool how it was kind of similar. I think it was I forget where I saw this, where someone brought it up, but the comparison to Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin, when Rikishi ran over Stone Cold with the car, and he said, I did it for my people. I did it for The Rock. Like, because you got the Samoan and the golf cart running over the guy who uses the stunner. It was perfect. It was awesome. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So nice job. I think it was Wrestle Talk. I think that's where I heard it from, was Wrestle Talk. So shout out to that.
I had used that same clip because when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is Rikishi all over. That's what I put right there. I'm like, I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. Classic, man. So that was awesome. Yes. Yeah, man. So great matchup, but I gotta say one thing. I feel like Kevin Owens is the uncrowned WWE Universal Champion.
Say that, sir.
I'm sorry. I gotta say it. Here's the thing. So there's two things that happen at the end of there that make me say that he's the guy. One, when he handcuffed Roman Reigns, it took Roman Reigns. Okay, why is that referee so close to Roman Reigns in the first place? He got to 9, and Roman Reigns grabs him in one hand, throws him into the set,
bitch,
knocked out. Right? Okay, cool. So I can kind of let that go, but really, it's like the match should be over. You're still down. It should have been 10, but whatever. He smart by him. But then Paul Heyman comes with the key. He's trying to unlock it. Another referee comes out. He's counting. He's actually counting. 1, 2. Paul Heyman is down there. Oh shit. Trying to unlock this handcuff. 3, 4. Damn, all of a sudden the count stopped. Why did he stop counting? Why did that referee stop counting? Somebody explain that to me.
I can explain that easily and very simple. It's quite simple.
Okay.
So the ref saw what happened to the other ref, looked down, was like, oh shit, okay, you know what? I understand he's the head of the table. I'm going to stop counting.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow.
He saw what happened to the previous ref. That makes perfect sense to me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. A referee, anytime a referee gets knocked out, another official comes in, they'll even make 3 counts. Oh, this referee's knocked out? Okay, take him out. They'll be like, ref, get the other ref out here. Get the other ref out here. Other ref comes out, 1, 2, 3, and they take over. This guy actually started counting.
I will wholeheartely agree with you with anybody else. But this is not anybody else. Who is this? This is the head of the table. He runs SmackDown, sir. So once again, it's quite simple.
Oh, man. Roman lost. He lost.
No, he didn't.
That was an L.
Sir.
Sorry. Kevin Owens is the uncrowned WWE Universal Champion. He has not, you realize he's never beaten Kevin Owens clean for this belt.
I'm sorry. I'm not even going to hate on that. Go ahead and make him the uncrowned champion. You can have that. Champion. What I'm saying? You can be the uncrowned fantasy football champion if you wanted to, sir.
Actually, I'm not uncrowned. I'm a 4-time, I'm a 4-time champion. You're a 1-time champion, so,
Sorry, I'm a real champion, too.
4
Brian Cage.
Greater than what? You have to throw in shade to Brian Cage in the middle. Okay, I'll take that. But, 50% chance Kevin Owens, KO, fighting for his family. He went out there. He had a hell of a match. Again, made me a believer. The swanton from the top of the forklift, crazy. He did the pop-up powerbomb through the table. It didn't break. He went up to the top, climbed the platform, did a splash, put Roman through a table again, crazy. Did you spit up? Did you just miss your mouth with the drink?
I did. I was like, what the fuck? And it happened right there. Yeah, and you called it. I was like, did he see it? He saw it. He saw it. And people will see it too. Yep, I spilled coffee. Season 3, here we go. Blooper.
Season 3.
I spit. I'm like, damn, I missed my mouth. How the hell I missed my mouth?
Oh, man. See, it's already...
I'm busy watching the Tribal Chief. That's why I'm distracted.
Okay, you're like, oh shit, Tribal Chief.
Yeah. Watching the ref, seeing the other ref get knocked down. That's why he stopped. Yep, I saw it. See, there we go.
Oh man, that referee. The fix was in. The fix was in. Man, so many things going on. But Kevin Owens going and just putting on a hell of a show, putting on a hell of a clinic on the Tribal Chief. I was like, wow, he's really. I don't know where you go from here with Kevin, because eventually what ended up happening, let's just finish it off, is that finally, after 30 seconds, 30 count, Paul Heyman was able to unlock Roman Reigns, and then KO went over to him. All right, let's keep this going, because we got to make you look good, Roman, and then let him put him in the guillotine.
Ain't no much I would see.
Choked him out. All right, cool. And then he won. Fine. All right, fair. But there's some unfinished. You know what's crazy is I did not think after 3 matches with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens that I would be sitting here saying there's unfinished business here. But the way that ended, there's unfinished business. They're totally.
We was done. I was like, we are done.
No, it wasn't definitive. He needs, in a way, I'm kind of, even though I'm rooting for Kevin, we both picked Roman Reigns. Like, I wasn't going to pick against him in this matchup, but I'm rooting for Kevin. I want to see Kevin pull off the upset. It would be cool for Kevin, especially with the story. He's got me emotionally invested. Mm-hmm. But on the other side, I want to see Roman have that definitive, no BS, I'm the fucking man, definitive win. Like, I'm looking for if he's gonna win, give me one of those. And he didn't have that in this matchup, and he hasn't really had that against Kevin Owens. Nothing.
Yeah, he has when he was the big dog, man. So what are we talking about? We already seen what he can do. The big one when he was a face.
No. I'm not talking in general. I'm not talking like generally for Roman. I'm talking about against Kevin Owens.
Oh, okay.
In these 3 matches that he had against Kevin Owens, each time Kevin Owens made it look like, wow, like he was right there. And I guess I want it one way or the other now. I either want Kevin Owens to win, or Roman to just definitively say, look, no, this is not happening. As hard as you try, as much fight as you have in you, Kevin, I'm actually better than you. And it didn't happen. So that's where I feel like there's some unfinished business, where if they did an elimination chamber matchup between these two guys, I would be cool with a clean victory for Roman Reigns. Just beat him in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. What can KO say? KO can't say shit. If he gets beat,
you want a clean heel win or just a clean win?
A clean win. I want a clean win for Roman.
So you can't do the slick low blow and then choke him out.
I don't see. I want him to really, like, the character that he has right now is so badass, right? I love every time he comes out. You know what's starting to happen a little bit here, even though he's getting the victories, is I hate to say this. I'm gonna preface this by saying this. I'm having some fun with you, okay? I'm having some fun with you on this one. But you know how you used to say, Finn Balor is writing checks his ass can't cash.
Oh, don't you dare flip that shit on me, sir. Don't you dare flip that shit on me.
Adam Cole, when Adam Cole said, I'm gonna make Pat McAfee my bitch. I'm gonna make him my bitch. Well, Roman Reigns keeps saying, yo, man, I'm gonna make sure you never, ever see Kevin Owens again. Like, Kevin, you should have taken the payday. But I'm gonna show you. I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head of the table. I'm the boss. I do this. I do that. He almost got whooped by everybody he's faced as champion so far, man, in this heel turn. Jey Uso, both times he fought him, he had to pull tactics, which is cool. I loved it. The story was great. But now it's starting to pile up where he's not able to actually get these wins. Like, I just want him to get one. Just give me one. And then that way it's like, okay, like, you're still that dominant dude that you were when you were a face, but now you just have this extra attitude on you. Like, I feel like that's that last notch that I want to see personally as just a fan. Like, I just want to see that from Roman to say, damn, this dude just put him in the dirt. Like, yeah.
So basically like when he was the Scottish psychopath.
Yeah. Like, how cool would that be to see
I
Roman
can agree with that.
Like, what if Roman squashed Kevin Owens? I don't think it's going to happen, but what if he did?
I would love to fucking see that, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I want one of those wins. I want one of those wins. Just to put Roman to say, hey, like, yeah, he may
I'm far above you.
Exactly. Like, when I say I'm the head of the table, when I say, like, I'm the main event, this is what I mean. Like, at any point in time, I'm still that dude that can walk in the ring with you and just dominate. Like,
yeah, I'm not going to argue that, because I saw what happened with Brody Lee when he did that to
Cody.
Cody Rhodes, man. He gave back his old championship in pieces.
Yeah.
He's like, you can have it. It's yours. I was like, oh, that is so perfect. And he beat him like in 2 minutes. And
yes.
Cody getting put on a stretcher. That whole look. It was just so dominating. I'm like, oh my God, that's a badass heel right there. That is the Godfather. That's the you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Give Roman one. You can use heel tactics too. That's fine. But give me, like, mix it up with him just like dominating somebody. Just to remind people, like, look, you may think, because I got Jey Uso out here and Paul Heyman out here, that I need somebody to do some shit. Oh, you think that? Hold on a second, Jay. Like he did at SmackDown, like, Jay, I'll meet you at the bus, bro. Like, Paul Heyman, just stand back. And then, now what? Some dude tries him, and he whoops the shit out of him, just to show everybody, like, this is why I say I'm the tribal chief, why I'm the boss. Like, because I actually do this. So, yeah, man. That's just one time. So, KO, it's like, it's so competitive with KO.
To see that. Yeah.
Like, just one time.
We don't need a competitive. Actually, I would want to see a squash match. Like, since you had put that on the table, goddamn it, I want that now. Like,
you imagine,
it makes so much sense. It's right up his alley for his character too. Like, all right, you head of the table, you tribal chief. All right, man, just let me see one of those matches when you just lay it out there. You didn't need no help. You just destroyed this dude.
Yep. Yeah. And right now, actually, the person that makes the most sense for him to do that to, because as much as I think, against KO at a certain point it could have worked, but right now I don't think they're gonna book it that way just based off what they're doing. But the guy that I could see them booking that way is Daniel Bryan. Like just saying, hey, Daniel Bryan's going to challenge him. Yeah, I'm a better wrestler than you. Yeah, I can beat you. I can do this. I can do that. Okay, let's see. Me and you, Daniel, especially right now, the way Daniel's been, like he keeps losing.
Dude,
he keeps losing, right?
Oh my God, he lost in a fucking clinic against Cesaro. Just woo, my back.
Right. Just okay, Daniel. I'm gonna give you a shot, like on a SmackDown for the title. Cool, let's see this happen. And then Roman Reigns goes out there and obliterates Daniel Bryan. One, the heat he'll get from all the Daniel, because I'm a Daniel Bryan fan.
Yeah,
it would kill me to see Daniel Bryan get destroyed like this. But I kind of want it for Roman to establish that character.
Daniel Bryan would be down for that shit.
And he would do
it.
Yes.
He would do it, man. To make him look good, to be the
put
face.
Roman over. Yes, he would.
If he could put Cesaro over like that, like
yeah,
like that.
What Cesaro
that
did
blew
was cool.
my mind. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh my God, I'm with that.
Let's do it because I want to see that. I want to see Roman get that that respect. Is like, okay, he's not just a guy who needs the people cheating and handcuffing people and all that. No, he can go out there and just squash somebody still today as a heel. So yeah, man. But yeah, so it was a fun matchup. Again, I was kind of giving you shit, just about the whole he's not cashing checks. It's still Roman. He's still the tribal chief. And yeah, man, this dude, he is the main event. He truly is the main event. Like, me picking Kevin Owens, and I didn't pick Kevin Owens, I picked Roman Reigns, but me even saying Kevin Owens has 50% chance is more about how great of a job Kevin Owens did telling the story, when bringing in his family, and even Roman Reigns was invoking the names of Kevin Owens' grandparents, and that pissed Kevin Owens off. He's like, "What? They are more men than you will ever be. Don't you ever in your life." Like
I like that. I like that.
Yes.
Because he actually kind of warned him. He was like, bro, I know where you're going. I know what you're trying to do. Just he was woo-sawing right there in the middle of it. He was like, woo-saw, woo-saw, woo-saw. But no, man, he was pressing all types of buttons to Tribal Chief, bro.
Yes.
Yes.
God.
I did like that from K.
So yeah, man. So great matchup overall. I mean, this right here, I think just as if you just look at all of the matches there, even with the little bit of a botch at the end with them not getting the handcuffs done quickly enough, I feel like this was clearly, at least for me, match of the night. Just had so much fun with it. Great story told. And yeah, the outcome, hey man, it was the right outcome for this matchup overall too, with Roman Reigns continuing his championship reign, going into the road to WrestleMania, and now with the Royal Rumble winner, let's see, because to me it seems pretty clear which way they should go with this, but we'll see. They're try to tease it a little bit longer. We'll see what they do, but I think I know. So let's get into the Royal Rumble matches. So we'll start off with the Women's Royal Rumble. The first two competitors in the Women's Royal Rumble, it was Bayley who came out first, and then we had Naomi as number 2 in a return, which is awesome. I didn't know that. I forgot that Naomi was on Raw, by the way. I actually forgot which show she was on.
Yeah, I thought she was on SmackDown. I just assumed she was on SmackDown. I forgot she got traded to Raw. Actually, her and Jimmy on 2 different brands now.
Mm-hmm. Which is, we'll see what they do when Jimmy finally comes back. But yeah, when I was looking at the order and everybody that came out, I was like, man, yeah. And then on Raw, she teamed up with Lana, which that was another return. Surprise. It's funny though, because I kind of, as the Rumble was going on, I'm like, Lana's gonna come back. Lana's going to come back in this. It's going to happen. Her and Nia have to have something in this Rumble. Although I thought she would go through a table. I really did think she was going to go through a table.
Oh, I did. I'm like, I was like, oh, she's definitely going through a table. But it didn't happen, man.
It didn't happen, no.
I was shocked by that shit.
Yeah. So, I know one big one for you had to be Shotzi showing up.
Oh, my God, my girl.
Yeah.
Girl Shotzi. I was actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that they had used NXT talent, because they just been so far removed from not being that looked at as the third brand, is being looked at as a developmental brand. So I just kind of just put that out in my mind of seeing some of the women from NXT, but I was glad to see like Shotzi, Toni Storm showed up, even Santana
Garrett. That one I was like, what?
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, all right. I was like, okay, cool, cool, man.
Yeah. So that was cool. You had people like, of course, Shayna Baszler was there. We had Victoria come back. Jillian Hall.
My favorite.
Came back, yeah. So it's a toss-up for me. I think Jillian Hall doing her entrance was what kind of put it over the top for me with Jillian, because she's so terrible at singing, but she does it perfectly. That like bad Britney impersonation is perfect. It's so perfect. And shout out to Billie Kay. I know some people are not feeling Billie Kay's character, and all.
I don't know how.
Look. Billie Kay and Dom, I know he was on like, what do you mean Billie Kay's doing great? Billie Kay is doing some great entertaining work, man. She went out there, she was what number was she on this? She was number 4.
Number 4.
She came out, she said, nope, I'm going to the announce table, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna wait my time. Every time someone came out, she had the resume ready. She's like, here, my resume, I want to check it out. With Shayna Baszler, she looked at the resume, she punched it, so she was like, nope, I don't want none of that. Toni Storm, she came out, she kind of looked at the resume and then looked to the side, was like, and walked away, didn't even look at it. She's like, oh, no, I'm not. I ain't got time for this. Like, no.
Not interested.
So that was cool. Yeah. Then finally, Jillian Hall was like, she told Jilly, she's like, Billy and Jilly? Huh? What do you think? Billy and Jilly? She's like, I love it. Let's go. They're like, oh, great. Got in the ring. They were working together. Then you had the Riot Squad show up in the matchup. And then, Billie Kay and the Riot Squad got history. And then you had Peyton Royce getting the matchup too. And there was a lot going on for Billie Kay right there, because she had her old tag team partner, the faction that kind of allegedly kicked her out, and then her newfound friend in Jillian. And it was just like, what's going to happen? And then Peyton Royce and her had that iconic moment, which was cool.
Oh, yeah. She was getting ready to do the iconic. And then
who was looking at her? Like,
looked at her and she was like, putting her head down. It kind of played it off. I was like, oh, man, Billie Kay. I wish we had a crowd for you, Billie Kay, because the crowd would just eat it up. They would just eat it up.
She's doing great. The crowd would eat it up. There would be some Billie Kays. The Billie. I want her
Billy and
to
Jilly,
get the
Billy
respect.
And Jilly, Billy and Jilly, Billy and Jilly.
I want her to get the respect she's earned, Billie Kay. Do your thing. Stay entertaining. She's doing a great job. So shout out to Billie Kay.
I got to be real now. When Jillian Hall came, I was like, who the fuck is she?
Oh, you didn't recognize her? Oh,
bro,
wow.
She's part of my Wonder Years. That 07, 08. That's when wrestling got weird, and I kind of just stepped away. And I called it, and I always tapped in here and there. I wasn't following along like I was.
Yeah.
But those are my Wonder Years. And I looked up and I'm like, oh, she was part of JBL squad. Okay. I remember now, because I remember JBL and his title run, but and then he had his, his crew. But I'm like, okay, that I remember that now, but I didn't know who the fuck she was, bro.
She was never really over, like she wasn't like a huge star or anything like that, but it was just such a fun, like, spot on kind of like, bad pop star, with the freaking, earpiece or a microphone thing like the pop stars do. She just nailed that character. But it was never like, oh my God, like she's the next Trish Stratus or whatever. No, it wasn't like that. So just her coming out, it was kind of shocking. And to hear her do the entrance and sing with it again, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And then Billie Kay going up to her and Jillian saying, yes, I love it. I was like, that's just perfect. Of course, Jillian Hall, of all people, is going to be like, yeah, Billie Kay, I'm with it. I love your idea. Let's go with it. Man, that was hilarious. But Victoria, she was obviously the more popular, the more successful wrestler. I remember the street fight that she had with Trish Stratus. That was crazy.
Was
just
that
the two of them. I think that was either SummerSlam or Survivor Series. It was one of the two. But I just remember it was like one of the.
It was like
a street fight.
Yeah, was it a street fight? Okay. Man,
yeah.
I remember they went hard because I remember like Victoria being one of the most bad asses out there as just just being hardcore because she was a hardcore champion too. I remember that, but she didn't take no bull. I was always in love with her wrestling, man, and her character too. It just seemed like a badass, for a woman wrestler, man.
Survivor Series 2002. That's what it was. Survivor Series.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I think that's the one where they had the screen low and right behind them. Like that might have been New York. Now that I think about it,
that wasn't Royal Rumble then. That was Survivor Series.
Well, I think they did it a couple times because I'm just trying to picture what that all looked like.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that for Royal Rumble.
But I think they did that a couple times. I think definitely because Royal Rumble, I remember the one where John Cena came back after being like they said, oh, he was going to be out forever. And, Triple H is in the ring with somebody and they counted down with John Cena. And that's probably the most shocking Royal Rumble entrant besides people that weren't in like AJ Styles. That was the most shocking one because he was hurt and he came back ridiculously quick.
Ahead of schedule. Way
ahead of schedule. I'm like, no fucking way. John Cena. And I thought Triple H was going to win. I'm like, Triple H is going to win this thing. Like, he's got this. And it seemed like he got screwed. Like, Vince and everybody in the back just screwed Triple H. And the way Triple H looked, I thought Triple H didn't know either. Like, even though we know, like, they probably talk about all this stuff, I feel like they kept it a secret, and Triple H was like, yeah, I got this in the bag. Yeah, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. And they probably told him, yeah, Paul, you're going to win the Royal Rumble. And then he gets out there, and he's wrestling, and all of a sudden, John Cena's music hits. He's like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. They didn't give it to John Cena. Yeah, why? That's what it felt like watching it. So, yeah, man, just that was one of the all-time, favorite moments for me was seeing that and seeing John Cena losing my mind. But anyway, back to this Victoria. Yeah, her, seeing her again, the Black Widow, just she looked great. She looked like, she was still the same person from back in the day, man. So that was awesome. Tori Wilson.
I was just, yeah. Oh, yeah, Tori Wilson was in there too. Yeah, man.
What you think of Alicia Fox getting in there and winning the 24/7 championship?
Alicia Fox. That was right
Shout
up
out
Alicia
to Noam
Fox.
Dar.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wish
Alicia Fox.
But how she came out as her eccentric self. But that little bit with the 24/7, loved it. You know what I'm saying? She was able to take advantage of R-Truth. I got to kick that. It was entertaining, but R-Truth got it back.
Came out.
Rolled her ass up.
Wrong Rumble. Wrong Rumble, Truth. Oh, my bad.
My bad.
Shit. It's like, oh my God, Truth.
Was it last year that he came out to the Rumble thinking it was Money in the Bank? He brought a ladder out. No, he didn't brought a ladder. He went and he immediately went under the ring to pull out a ladder. he puts that up in the middle of the ring, climbs up, honestly, like this, and everybody he's like, like, oh shit. I was laughing.
That's hilarious. Dude, I honestly don't remember that. But that sounds no, I don't remember. But it sounds so truth. It sounds so much like him.
It was either last year or the year before last, man. Yeah, it's year before last. Because it had to be year before.
No,
last.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that happened. 100%, you're right. But man, just you saying it, I'm picturing. I'm like, yeah, there would be some truth shit to do. It's the Royal Rumble. Let me go underneath and grab it. He called this one the Money in the Bank. He was like, when he went to Adam Pearce during the whole AJ Styles thing, he's like, yeah, I just want you to know that I want to put my name in the hat for this year's Money in the Bank. And Adam Pearce like, it's the Rumble. We're doing the Rumble, man.
Oh man, I love R-Truth. Did you see him in the pre-show?
He's great, man.
When he was like dressed like Elmer Fudd, and then Charlie Caruso was trying to ask him like, "Why are you dressed like this?" He's like, "I'm hunting for rabbits. Heard there was a bunny," and everybody was like, True.
I caught the tail end of that. Now, thank you. 'Cause I didn't know what the hell was going on.
No, Bad Bunny, the hip hop artist. He's like, oh, my bad.
I'm hunted for weapons. Bro, it's Bad Bunny, man. It's Bad Bunny. So, yeah, man. So, a lot of great moments. We had Rhea Ripley come out at 14. That was my pick. And she had a great showing. She had, 7 eliminations in this one. Not quite enough for the record. I think the record was 8 by Shayna and Bianca, if I'm not mistaken. But 7 eliminations for Rhea Ripley. Great showing here. We had Charlotte Flair.
She was in there for 39 minutes and 6 seconds too.
Yep, she had one of the. Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about who had the longest time in the matchup. Oh. But Rhea Ripley definitely had a great showing there. Charlotte Flair came out right after her, and I was like, oh man, here we go. They're starting to build this up again, Charlotte and Rhea. But I think they're going left. I think they're going another way with this, man. Unfortunately, give me the rematch. I want the rematch. Oh man. Nope. I don't think it's happening anymore, man. My dreams are dashed, unfortunately.
Alexa Bliss. That was actually my pick.
Woo! So when Alexa Bliss came out, I was like, well, there goes Devin's pick. Cool. She comes out, she's doing her move. She's doing the whole thing. Awesome. Somebody, they had jumped her. She got out of it. The lights went down. I'm like, they're going to do the transformation?
Right,
she's going to transform? In the Rumble? How is this gonna work? And then here comes
she was holding on to the rope, and I'm like, oh shit, I guess she's getting ready to change.
How? How is this gonna work? This is happening now. It's live. I don't see how you're gonna do this, but let's see. So, lights starting the screens changing. Then here comes Rhea Ripley. Nope, not today. And then let's see a little magic trick now. And that was it. She was in there. Dude,
she it was short. Smartest thing. She did the smartest thing. Why would I wait? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to wait for you to transform. I don't know you. I'm going to throw your ass out. I'm going to throw your little ass out of here.
Rumble, yeah.
See ya.
Look, exactly. Just easy to toss. I can just be done with this. I don't have to wait. You're gone.
There we go.
I thought somehow, some way, dude, I was shocked. I was actually shocked.
1 minute and 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Yep.
And I believe that was the shortest time.
No, there was somebody. There's a couple people at 47. You got Carmella at 47 seconds.
47 seconds. Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I just saw it. Yep. Yeah, 47 seconds.
That was pretty quick. I think that is the shortest amount of time, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it. 47 seconds.
Yep.
Which, again, I think Carmella trying to go for that championship, you're done. You're done. Yeah. No, that's not happening.
Nah, so they just wanted to repackage you and just give you a little bit of limelight, and then now you can use that and go whatever.
Vince got his fix. He got his blonde, and try to just sexify her up, and do all that. He got his jollies. Now he's done. He's done. He's like, all right, I'm moving on. Oh yeah, man. So yeah, we had Alexa Bliss have a quick elimination there. Ember Moon was there. Dakota Kai was there. That was cool to see both of them there. They didn't spend long in the matchup, but they were there. But the final 4, let's say, or the final 5, because I remember that was kind of more of the big thing than the final 4. So the final 5. We had Charlotte.
For me, it was the 3.
It was the 3. Well, I'll talk about that too, because there was a cool full circle thing there. Mm-hmm. But they kind of stopped the action when there was 5 of them in there. There was Charlotte. There was Rhea. There was Natalya. There was Lana, and there was Bianca Belair. So that was the final 5. So Bianca Belair entered in at number 3. And she lasted a full 56 minutes and 52 seconds. She had a funny moment with Naomi where Naomi got tossed out, but her feet never hit. She kind of did this whole turtle on her back kind of thing. Her feet were up, her legs were up. She's like, and looking at the rest were like, feet didn't touch. Right.
And still good.
Right. And then Bianca was like near the ropes and her braid fell over the rope. And then you had Naomi grab her braid, like pull herself up. And then Bianca's fighting her off, like, what you doing? Get off me. And then she's, Naomi's pulling herself up. And then they're both like hanging off of the bottom rope. Their legs are like hooked on the rope. And so they're like, just stop. Let's just do this. They grabbed each other's hands and they kind of just like both swung and helped each other get back in the ring. So that was pretty cool. So
I actually like their back and forth, man. I was like, ooh, that's a nice little tease. I would like to see a match between these two, Bianca and Naomi. They're both athletic, and they was just it looked like they was on the same level, just going tit for tat. And they both getting frustrated because they trying to get each other out. And you see Naomi's like, God damn it, you still in this ring? And you see Belair just like hitting the ring like, shit, what do I gotta do? What else did I have to get you out? And that was very exciting to me, man. I was getting a kick out of that.
Well, they're on separate shows right now. Hopefully WWE sees that and says, hey, let's move Naomi to SmackDown once Jimmy shows up. It would only make sense, keep the married couple together on the same show. So, and then we could see in the future Bianca and Naomi like pick that back up. Two hyper athletic females just going at it, two black women going at it and sharing the stage in that way. Yes. It would just be awesome to see, so I want that. And you calling that out right now, like it just makes sense to have those two kind of share that moment again because they had great chemistry in the ring, man. So it was awesome. Now, back to the final. So the final three ended up being Charlotte, Rhea, and Bianca. Now, this final three is significant because a year ago, we had the same three share the ring a couple times back when Rhea was NXT champion, Charlotte had won the Rumble, and you had Bianca challenging for the title and being like, what, huh? When Charlotte came over, she told, that was the infamous or famous quote,
you don't even go here.
Exactly. And so I immediately thought of that. Being like, wow, full circle, here we are. And at that point, Bianca was seen as a little bit of a third wheel maybe in the story of Rhea and Charlotte because it seemed inevitable that those two would face off. But Bianca did such an amazing job in that match against Rhea for the NXT Championship at that takeover, I believe, that I thought, ooh, what if they add Bianca Belair to the matchup, or maybe they run this back sometime in the future with Bianca and Charlotte
during the takeover. After we was recapping the takeover, maybe they changed the WrestleMania match to a triple threat, and I think we were throwing all these hypotheses out there,
Yeah, we were because I remember being like, man, Bianca really kind of made a case for herself to be inserted in this more so because it just felt right with the way that she was she stood out. She stood out in that threesome. It was just great, man. Just seeing, all of them together. But then this plan that they had for this one-on-one matchup, it seemed like Bianca was saying, whoa, wait a minute, like I'm a player here. And taking Rhea to the limit and getting in Charlotte's face and telling her, hey, you don't even go here. And everybody, that's when you don't go here. That's what the NXT fans would always say. Perfect. So now here we are a year later, the three of them, not actually, Rhea is the one that doesn't go here right now. It's Bianca and Charlotte that are on Raw and SmackDown respectively. So that was interesting. And also, they all represented all three brands. I just thought about that. You had Rhea from NXT, you got Charlotte from Raw, and then you have Bianca from SmackDown. So that's awesome. That's awesome to see. And you had Rhea and Bianca team up, take out Charlotte, and so it was down to two. And Rhea tried to take out Bianca. Bianca was on the outside, and then they both almost fell out. And then there was another moment where it was like, okay, wait, let's not do anything stupid. Let's just slowly get back in the ring. Let's slowly do this.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just like, wait. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up.
Everybody stop. Hold up. Time out. Shit. Look what we're about to do. Just back up.
Right.
Trust me on this. Back the hell up.
We don't want a situation like Rock Big Show back in the day. You know, whose feet touched the first one? No. Let's stop before we do something stupid. Get back in the ring. Let's do this the right way. And they did. Back and forth. They went at it. Near fall, or not near fall, but near throw out after near throw out. At the end of the day, it looked like Rhea was getting ready to get rid of Bianca. Bianca turned it around. Clothesline. Rhea's out of there. Bianca is your 2021 Royal Rumble winner. Amazing. Yes. Great moment as Devin throws up the yes chant, the yes pose. And yeah, man, Bianca Belair after the matchup, you know, very emotional, legit tears, happy, just saying, you know, like.
That was a legit speech right there.
Yeah,
that was
for legit. Family.
That was not scripted. Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, it felt real. It felt real for her mom, her dad, for Tez, like she mentioned all of them. You know, she did it. She said, I did it. You know, I did it. She's like, I'm going to WrestleMania. She did the pose. She was, you know, waving the braid, you know, like swinging the braid. It was great, man. It was great. Yeah. So awesome job. You know, for me, it was interesting because I picked Rhea. And I'm at the end, right? And honestly, the whole time
I was just about to ask you that.
Okay, so as we were getting on and as we were getting closer and closer to 30, I'm like, man, is Becky Lynch going to come back right now and be number 30? I didn't know that Natalya was already predetermined to be 30. Oh, like they had said it on backstage, I believe. Yeah. So, you know, I'm like, oh my God, as long as Becky doesn't come out, I think I got this. I think I got the pick. Like the whole time, I'm like, I think I got it. I'm like, oh no, here comes Becky now. And then there was Natalya. I'm like, yes. All right, they're all out there. I got this. Rhea Ripley, she's gonna win. She's doing this. And then it came down to Rhea and Bianca. I'm like, oh shit. Like now I'm torn because even though I want to be right, I'm looking at it, I'm like, it makes sense for Bianca to win. Yes. I want Bianca to win. And then she won, and I was like, fuck it. Yes.
Just let it out.
I just let it out, man. Like, damn, the pick is Bianca.
Yes.
You know, like, it was awesome. So I'm definitely super happy for her. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. It was a beautiful sight. I was ecstatic. When Alexa got it, I was like, well, that was quick. I guess I'm on. Right. And I had my second pick, which was Bianca Belair. I'm like, I'm riding with Bianca. And when it was down to the last two, when it was even down to the last three, and when Charlotte got eliminated, I love how she smiled. Mm-hmm. She had this smile. It was almost like, all right, this is the future right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take a step back because I don't need to be a part of this anymore. And I'm like, oh, yes, let the future unfold. And you had Rhea and you had Bianca. And when it came down to those two, I was like, oh, man, shit, these might be right. Shit.
Yeah.
But in the end, Bianca Belair won. It was great. And then I saw her Chronicle 2.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Awesome story, man. You know, what she was going through, you know what I'm saying? You know, even to put her story out there as well.
Eating
very
disorder,
proud of her.
You know, just listening to too many people.
Exactly.
Finally deciding to like do her own thing. And saying, look, like, I think I want to do this. Like just being okay with just being like herself, you know, putting herself out there and everything coming very like naturally to her and her just legitimately just loving what she's doing and finally like, hey, this is what I'm meant to do. Wrestling is what I'm meant to do. It was great. Definitely check out that Chronicle if you haven't seen it because it definitely gives you a great insight into Bianca and who she is. Mm-hmm.
Yep, her and her foundation from her family. I love her mom and dad setup. You know what I'm saying? How they just support her. You know, it was good. It was a good doc, man. I like that documentary about Belair.
So let's talk about it now. So we teased it a couple times. You know, there's a lot of that happened around the women's championships. We had Sasha retain. We've got Asuka, who's no longer a tag team champion. She's, you know, solo now, back to focusing on the Raw Women's Championship. And then, you know, they're not really mentioned on TV, but there's always the chance that, you know, that NXT Championship, Io Shirai, like, who knows? Like, do we maybe have her try to claim the title that she never won, but was always so close to getting? You know, so there's some interesting things there. I'm curious to hear like your side of what you think going forward. You know, what's the path? You know, based off of everything that we've seen happening, what do you think is going to happen?
I think I had talked about it last week with Joey Quesada. The money match is Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. That is the path. That is the all eyes. That's how you get casual fans. Just the aesthetic look from Bianca, not even Bianca Belair, but Sasha Banks with the blue hair. Yeah. How she presents herself as a boss. She looks good with that damn title. Like when she came out, I'm like, damn, that title looks good. Like good on her, man. Like she looks like a fucking champion. Like a champion. You know what I'm saying? It feels
like meant
right
to be champion. Yeah.
Yes. And now you have Bianca Belair, the challenger. Even her aesthetic look is good. You know, with the long hair, it looks different. And you have these two beautiful black queens. You have the representation right there to even get more people, more eyes on it too. So that's why I feel this is the right path. This is the only path I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could try to act like, you know, there's the whole thing with NXT, which, I mean, that'd be cool, but they did that last year. And then you've got Asuka, which I don't know what they're doing with Asuka. I'm confused, and I don't feel like mixing Bianca Belair into that. You said it. The money match is Sasha, and there really is no other match. And the way they teased it, you know, with this episode of SmackDown, you know, Bianca coming out and she's a SmackDown superstar, and you know she talked about Asuka, or not Asuka. She talked about well, she did talk about Asuka a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Asuka,
the way she talked about Sasha is actually a little bit, exactly. But she talked about Sasha like, that's my girl, you know, and she's out there like in galaxies far, far away, you know, taking on bounty hunters, you know, talking about the Mandalorian. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then you had Reginald came out first, and he's sitting out here talking about, well, you know, if you challenge Sasha Banks, you would lose. And first of all, I'm like, oh, so that's what he sounds like? Okay, all right. That's the first thing that caught me. I'm like, what? Is that an accent that he's trying to do? Or is that how he sounds?
No. That's an accent he's trying to do.
Okay, because...
because at times I don't hear it, and at times I do. It's like when Lana was going that back and forth with the Russian.
It's like Lana, yes.
I'm like, hold on, just pick an accent.
One. We got Kofi Kingston all over again? We got another Kofi Kingston. Did we learn from Kofi?
Yeah. Triple H was like, hold on. I'm trying to, let's just shut everything there. I got a question. I got a real question, too. I got a problem, matter of fact. What happened to your accent? You Jamaican?
Yeah, man. I caught that right away. I'm like, okay, Reginald. Nice try. Let's rewind and try this again. But whatever. We'll see where they're going with this. But so he's talking about she can't beat Sasha. He said you can't even beat Carmela. Wait a minute, aren't you Carmela's sommelier? Isn't that supposed to be the person you're backing? And you just said this like Sasha's here, Carmela's here, and you can't beat either one. Wait, hold on. So I'm trying to understand, is he trying to side himself with Sasha? And you realize, too, he was wearing blue.
He was.
And, Sasha with the blue hair, the the SmackDown Championship, the blue motif is there, the blueprint. Is he trying to make his move and try to be Sasha's sommelier?
Yeah, be the valet.
Is Sasha going through maybe a little heel turn?
I think I kind of see her heel already, man, because she's been like a cocky champ, like a cocky face champ, like almost like you're like borderline heel.
Yeah.
Like you still got that laugh, that ha 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 ha.
Right. I love that laugh. I love it. I love she does it the same way every time. It's perfect.
Right, man. It's like she kicked that off when she was heel with Bailey.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
This is like borderline heel Sasha. And this makes sense.
It makes sense.
If we're gonna do like Bianca against Sasha, and if you want to do if you want to make Sasha a heel, which is her natural, I think that's her natural.
It is.
Character is being.
She's doing great as a face, I gotta say.
Oh,
she is doing great as a face. But man, as a heel, That's what this WrestleMania match needs. That's what it needs. It needs heel Sasha. It needs that heel Sasha that went against Bayley on an NXT TakeOver that kind of set the world on fire for the women's revolution. We need that Sasha.
When she made the Bayley girl cry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. I was like, shit. That was kind of rough because she was like holding her dad and like crying in his arms and looking at her. I was like, man, she is evil.
Yes. Yes. That's what we need. That's what this match needs. Give me that Sasha making little girls cry. Like, just, we need that for this. Absolutely. And then Bianca can just go at her and, just be like, you ain't doing this to me. Just be herself as well. And even like, I think that Bianca has a persona that heel or face you can get behind. Yes. I think she could actually be a really strong face character, just being so charismatic and damn funny too, with everything that she does. Like kind of like Tez, in that way too. Like he's just so damn charismatic. Same with Bianca. She's so charismatic. It doesn't heel face, it won't matter. I think she'll have the crowd with her. With Sasha, that heel persona is so bad you love to hate her. You love to hate her. So, hey, I'm rooting for that, man. I mean, I feel like, on this podcast, the heel characters, we're definitely behind them for sure. We love the heel personas. It's very few faces.
It's in my name. It's in my name.
Oh, man.
I like Adam Cole when he's a heel. I love the Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
I love the Scotto Psychopath when he was a heel. That's how he turned and became Drew Epic McIntyre.
Yes.
It's the heels that I gravitate to.
Yeah.
Stone Cold was my first love.
Yeah.
Because he was a fucking heel.
Yeah.
And I was 13 at the time. Just a badass little kid, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, man. Heels just, they have more fun, man. I think one thing you said about heels that really, it just makes sense. They're operating at 100% of their power when they're heels.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's just true. Yes. It's true. They're not holding back. With Drew right now, even you can feel it. He's holding back. He's not completely.
Oh no.
That guy, that dude right now.
He ain't the dude that destroyed the Shield single-handedly.
Yeah, no, he's not. Because that dude would have squashed Goldberg. Goldberg wanted no part
remorse.
Of that.
Right.
He would have embarrassed Goldberg. Embarrassed him.
We got buried. We got buried, bro. I'm like, oh man, I know I wanted Goldberg to lose, but shit, not like this.
Not like this. Not like this.
Not like this, Drew.
Not this way.
Stop
Not
it,
this
Drew.
way.
He's dead already. Stop
Damn it. Let's have a JR moment. Not this way. Damn it. That son of a bitch. Damn it. Not this way. Yep. So, yeah, man. But, in terms of Bianca, Sasha, that is the match to make. So, yeah, we're in agreement there. That's the way that should go. All right. The men's Royal Rumble match. Switch gears here a little bit. Number 1 was Edge. You think you know me. Number 2 was Randy Orton. Now, how did you feel? There's a couple things to unpack here. So you asked politely, kindly, the WWE powers that be to keep Randy Orton in the mask. It was something different. You liked it. You thought, they're going to have him in it. And I'm like, Devin, no, man, that thing is going to be healed up and gone by the time we get to Royal Rumble. Stories getting dropped. They don't care, man. We ain't there. They're not following up on this. And,
he showed up the next week, gave Lexa Bliss an RKO without the mask, but his face was all fucked up. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll allow it.
And then he came looking fresh, clean, no marks, no nothing.
Man, plastic surgeon on 10, whoever he got in his back pocket, bro.
Smooth.
Woo. Smooth. Like a baby's behind.
Like a baby's behind. I said, wow, they're not even trying. There's no, you wouldn't even know something happened. I said,
First
wow.
3 burns, healed up in 2 weeks. Cool.
Logic is not their strong suit, man. Oh my God. Man. Like, what the fuck? Like, why did we even go to that? That's why I was like, man, I don't know.
Man, that was a complete waste of time.
Because now you look back at it, you're like, what's this for? Why are we looking at all this? And now, even on Raw, it was kind of like, it's like that never happened. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so he showed up clean as a whistle. And him and Edge went right at it. They went outside. They didn't go over the top rope. They went through the ropes, and they had the brawl on the outside, so that was fine. They had Sami Zayn come out, and Sami Zayn...
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm looking at Randy's time, how long he was in there. That's bullshit.
Okay. Bullshit. They better not. Actually, they need to change. Yeah, no. They need to change this. So, for the listeners, for the viewers, we're looking at the official times for the Royal Rumble entrance, and they have Randy Orton's time at a full, 1 hour, 32 minutes. So basically the full duration of the match. They making it seem like if you didn't see Royal Rumble and you're just looking at Wikipedia, you're thinking to yourself, damn, Randy Orton went the entire way. Oh my God. Whereas we all that watched it knows that is complete bullshit. The man spent 55 minutes of that in the locker room having Mai Tais, chilling.
Yes,
this
chilling,
is great,
bro.
Just
talking about my knee,
my neck, my back, my neck and my back.
Then he's like taking baby steps, looking like, man, my knee, I can't do anything. And they showing behind the scenes, they putting ice on it. I'm like, really? We all know what's gonna happen.
It was
they laid it on
the most predictable thing ever. I was like, we know this man is coming back. They're like, oh, Randy's gone. Oh, he hasn't been eliminated. Oh, he's gone. Then, they showed him in the back. Oh, he's got to be torn up inside. He's back there in the trainer's room with an injury. This has got to be killing him. Man, you'll get the casuals with this. You get people that have never seen wrestling before with this. But those of us that have paid attention to wrestling, we know what this is. We know what you're setting up. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. So, let's rewind. Let's take a couple steps back, though. Sami Zayn, number 3. Mustafa Ali, number 4. At this point, Randy Orton was still on the matchup. The 3 of them ganged up on Edge. They had a little faction action going on here between the 3 of them, just working together as a unit. You had Randy Orton holding Edge up for Ali. He's like, hit him again, hit him again, let it out. And Ali's like, So they were having fun with that. And then you had Jeff Hardy come out at 5, and Jeff Hardy tried to make the save for Edge, then give Edge a break in the ass whooping that these 3 guys were applying. So then they moved on to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy tried. He did Whisper in the Wind. He did a couple moves, but then he got caught. Then after I think Randy Orton RKO'd him. And then Sami Zayn was like, yeah, that's right. That's what you get. And then Randy Orton looked at Sami Zayn. I like your vibe. I like your vibe. RKO to Sami Zayn. RKO to Ali. Faction over. Just ended it. I was like, that's great. He was so intense with it, too. I like your vibe. I like your vibe. RKO.
Man.
That was great. That was great.
He still gives 0 fucks.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man. I mean, every man for himself. It is what it is. But, then shortly after, that's when Edge took him outside, hit him with a steel chair on the knee. Then they took Randy Orton out. So, this whole hour, 32 seconds bullshit, like we said, about 50 minutes of it was spent in the trainer's room, getting his knee looked at by the officials there. So, keep going. Big surprise, Carlito Caribbean Cool came back, apple and all, jacked, swole, looking great.
What the?
Yeah.
Right, these these 40-year-olds, man, in better shape than me. Like, what the fuck? I got to step my workout game up, man. And I'm a vegan, too? Like,
yeah.
Shit.
He looked great. He looked great, man. So good on him.
Six-pack. He had the oil on the six-pack. Nowhere else, too. Just on the six-pack, if you notice.
Oh,
Chest was all... it was not glazed, but the six-pack was glazed.
I didn't notice that, man. I just know he was huge. I'm like,
man. Bro, it's like that movie in Step Brothers. He was like, you see these abs? See what I do?
I want you to know how hard I work. You got to see this. All this like, why just the abs? Yeah. Oh, man. But good seeing him, man. Good seeing Carlito. So that was awesome. We had a sort of a New Day reunion. Xavier Woods and Big E were in the ring at the same time. Before Royal Rumble started, you had Kofi Kingston in the back saying, wishing them both luck. They had the Brody Lee gear on. They showcased that, so that was awesome. And then they mentioned, too, like, hey, you know how it always works. When one of us win the Royal Rumble, we all win the Royal Rumble. So that was pretty cool, showing they're in it together.
Love their brotherhood, man.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. It's awesome. So seeing them, and then seeing Xavier and Big E, doing like their tandem finishers again, seeing them work together, I was like, oh man, I miss this. I miss this as much as it's cool seeing Big E doing his own thing, but I'm like, this is what I like. The New Day, there's something about them when they're all together. It's just special. It's a special thing. So hopefully, sometime down the road, we get to see them reunite for another run again, because that would be cool.
I think we will. It seems like it's not over.
Yeah. They haven't truly separate, like his Big E, even though he has his own music, but the gear, the mannerisms, it's all still the same, which I love.
He still does the clap thing that he was just doing that not last night, earlier tonight.
Today, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's still that dude, and that's good to see. And they took out Sami Zayn, and then you had Ali eliminate Xavier Woods, and then Big E took out Ali, and let him know. Because he was pissed off. He's like, you took out Xavier? Oh, hell no. Nah. Got rid of his ass. Yeah. So that was cool. And then let's see. Like, I'll let you talk about this. Damian Priest.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Arrow guy, as you dubbed him.
Arrow guy. He is forever Arrow guy, but in a more positive light now. Because he's come a long way.
We came a long way. We came a long way.
We did, but
bro, we clowned this dude.
I feel like I was harder on him than you were.
Yeah, because I didn't name him Arrow Guy. You went hard on his pose.
Well, no. So you brought up the arrows in the posing and in the entrance a lot. For me, it was like Arrow Guy was just the thing to call him, but it was more about like I just didn't understand how he was beating established people like Pete Dunne and I forget
Keith
who
Lee.
else. Maybe Keith Lee. Thank you.
Keith Lee.
I'm like, how's he beating them? Like he's not there yet, But now I feel like, it just makes sense. When he won the North American Championship, I was like, okay, it just felt like it was time. Give him a round of applause. Now I feel like, all right, we're there with him. And so what you think? What'd you think of Damian Priest making his debut?
I liked it, man. He got a good rub. He was in there a good 15 minutes. And he got a strong elimination out, too. He got Bobby Lashley out.
Oh, man,
shit.
That's huge.
And Bobby...
Yeah, go ahead.
Bobby Lashley, man. This dude, I'm scared of him. Like, I'm scared of him.
Dude.
Like,
Dominic. Dude, the way he did Dominic was wrong. That man, like... Dominic needs to press charges for what happened. He needs I got the authorities. That's the man right there that did the deed. That's the man. Right that man right there.
Have an order of protection on him. He needs to be 50 feet away from me.
This man had no regard for human life in eliminating Dominic, man. Just tossed him out of this ring like he wasn't a person. Like he's just ragdoll. I said, "What, Bobby? This is a man. This is a grown man, I mean, I know we still see Dominic. It's even worse that Dominic is like, I can still see him as that kid, you know, and just picturing him.
See him as that. I can't get that image out of my head.
He's tossing.
I don't know. He still has the baby face. I think he still has the baby face. You know, that's little Dom. That's Eddie's son.
He got this fucking ring. What the hell? It's Eddie's son. I just caught that you said Eddie's son. It's perfect though. He is as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, Ray. Right. He's still doing that frog splash. I don't know. Looks like a spitting image.
He didn't do a 619 to beat Corbin. He used his daddy's move.
Look just like his daddy. Like his daddy.
But yeah, Bobby Lashley looked good. I like Cesaro. He was looking good too. Him and Daniel Bryan, when they was going back and forth in the Rumble, that was looking good. Christian, he showed up. That was one of my favorites.
Oh my God. Right, yes. Christian showing up was awesome. Yeah. I think we mentioned in the predictions, because I remember Joey asking, like, so what surprises or what do we think? And I think just off a whim, like that's just one of the names that kind of got brought up by us as in general. So, you know, but I still, when I saw it, I was like, damn, like he's here. And he was going, man. Like he was wrestling, like he was good.
Right. So. And then they start doing the tag team tandem, him and Edge. I was like, guys are just, oh my God, my wrestling heart. It's like filled with joy.
Just the look on Edge's face when Christian came out. Because he was on the ground. I remember him just kind of like looking up and smiling. Like, oh yeah, my brother's back. My brother's back. And then he got up. They had that moment, you know, and they hugged. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
That was his second win. He gave him his second win right there. Like he was like, because it felt like when he was just laying on the ground, and even before Christian music hit, it looked like he had a thought like, I feel like I'm in way over my head right now. And then when Christian hit his music, and you hear it was like a relief. You saw the facial expression, and you see Edge just, oh man, just like, oh my God, my brother, man, he's here, let's go. And it was a great sight to see.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, so Christian was in there, and then gosh, what other moments? I mean, there's nothing that really tops that. What's that?
Yeah. Hurricane Helms. You showed up.
So when Hurricane Helms came out, I started getting concerned because I didn't know the background, but it's like, where's Keith Lee? You know, I kept saying like, where's Keith Lee coming in? Where is he coming in? And then we got all the way to the end, and we didn't get Keith Lee. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where is Keith Lee? What happened? But unfortunately, so background on this, Mia Yim, I guess she had tested positive or was in close contact with someone that had COVID. And then with Keith Lee, you know, they're an item, they're together. So he had to quarantine. So he couldn't, unfortunately, be a part of it. So that, it made more sense. But in the moment, I was like, man, like I was getting upset. And I saw Hurricane came out. I was like, I hope Hurricane, Vince wasn't like, you know what, I'm going to, you know, have Keith Lee go back to developmental and put Hurricane in the Rumble. Like, bro, what the fuck? No. And Sheamus was there and no Keith Lee. So I was a little upset, but then you hear the background and it's like, okay, you know, like that they had to do what they had to do there. So that's fine. The one I still don't understand though is what happened to Jey Uso. Because he declared for the Rumble. And he wasn't there for the last 2 weeks, so I don't know. Was there also a thing with him?
I think there was a thing with him. Either he got injured. I need to double check. I just want to verify, but I believe it was a story that I had skimmed that he was out for like a medical.
Okay, because he was back on SmackDown.
He was
tonight.
He was.
So you know, it's. I noticed he wasn't there, and I'm like, man,
I was shocked he wasn't there at the Rumble for
the match.
Tribal Chief.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Me too.
Because he did declare himself for the Rumble. You say he went on this big speech. I'm gonna go and challenge Drew, and we're gonna have both of the titles locked up. Yep. Yeah.
So man. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, if it's medical, it can't be helped. You know, it just is what it is. We had Almas getting involved and getting eliminations from the outside.
He was.
Which, like, okay, so. It was interesting to see, but it also was kind of annoying to see, too. Like, he pulled out Big E, and I'm like, that's we're just going to allow that. But you know, like how many times we've seen referees come out and like, you know, pull someone away that's getting involved that's not supposed to be in the match anymore. And you got this outside presence. Now I get it story wise. Nobody wants to fuck with Almas because he's just this monster of a man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants basically. But you know what I'm saying? So I get it. But at the same time, it was a little bit annoying that, all right, he just pulled out Big E and then I forget who else he eliminated, but it's just like, oh man, like what's going on? So,
but you see that throughout all wrestling promotions.
Yeah.
Even AEW when they do their battle royale or when they had a tag team battle royale, and some was already eliminated, but they was eliminating others.
Yeah, it's a nitpick. I won't lie. It's a nitpick by me, but it was one of those things I saw it and I'm just like, it was cool, it was scary, and it was also a little bit annoying for me in the moment. But looking back at it, it actually doesn't bother me as much as it did in the moment. With time, I'm like, you know what, I get it, I understand. And watching it again, I could see myself just being like, yeah, that was cool. It was a moment. I want to see more from Omos at this point. Like, let's get this man, you know, in the ring. Let's get a match for him. Let's see what he can do. Because
I think we're at that point now, man.
You know,
he's been paired up with AJ for quite some time,
which has been great.
Like, yeah, they got some good on-screen chemistry. So let's see it play out in the square circle. Exactly.
Now, one return that I was literally, I won't lie, I was here, I was watching it, and I'm like, you know what? I need the Messiah. I need the savior of SmackDown. I need Seth freaking Rollins back. It's been so long. And and it's so funny because we've gone, you know, all over the place with Seth Rollins. Like, Seth Rollins is awesome. Seth Rollins needs to shut up on social media. You know, there's like all these things. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, nah, I need Seth back. I need Seth back. Like, Seth is cool. And, you know, just that character that he created on Raw, you know, it was so great. And SmackDown, I feel like, could use, or just wrestling, just WWE in general, could use that character again. And I actually want him to go back to Raw because
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be way out of place for SmackDown because he is never going to be the one. He is never going to be the one. I see him as a strong number two. Yeah. Like, you are number two to Roman, the tribal chief. I'm sorry, man. You need to get back to Raw. It's like his natural setting right there, his natural environment.
Yeah. And it would be interesting to see these two interact now with the way that their characters are. Like, I'm curious what the Messiah would say to the tribal chief. Like, what would that banter be like against each other? You know, like, would Seth be saying like, hey, I can see the burden that this is on you. I can see the weight that championship is on your shoulder. And then Roman just going back at him being like, dude, you've been a weight on my back this entire time we've been WWE together. I've been carrying your ass since we were in the Shield. So don't talk to me about weight and burdens. I know all about that, Seth. Like, you know,
oh man, you need to write the story, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Write it down and put it together, bro.
Like, dude, I want to see that communication and just him being a boss now, being, you know, just like, you know, just
who are you?
Who are you? Right? That new like swagger that he has, just giving that to Seth. And then Seth just being, you know, like, I will be that sacrifice. I could be that guy, you know, like just. I want that before they split them up again, which inevitably I think that best case scenario for WWE as a whole, Seth on Raw makes the most sense. Roman on SmackDown, split them up. But before they do, let's see that one time. I just want to see those two characters interact in the same ring together. I want to see that. So yeah, man. But Seth coming back, he was number 29. It was awesome. And he will be back on SmackDown next week. He wasn't there tonight.
Yeah. So had a promo, showed a couple of promos.
Yeah.
You know, letting us know, like, next week the Messiah will be back.
He'll be back. He will be back. So yeah, man, we got
Daniel Bryan will go at it.
Yeah, well, so speaking of that, so Daniel Bryan entered in at number 17. He had one elimination. He lasted 28 minutes and 50 seconds. That was both of our picks in the Royal Rumble match. And, you know, he did all right, but he really, I don't know, it it wasn't what I thought it would be in terms of his time in the Rumble match. But you talk about it.
I thought it would be like an inspired performance, like we usually get from Daniel Bryan, something to cling on to. But it wasn't that. It was more like he was just more of a background. You know what I'm saying? Like you saw him little spots with him and not Daniel Bryan, but him and Cesaro or him and Ricochet was going at it too.
Yeah,
it seemed like he was more into putting the people over instead of just having a light on him. So, man, I don't even think he's going to be anywhere in the main event picture anytime soon, bro.
It doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that at all. And then clearly, tonight on SmackDown, that was a stamp to it, just the confirmation. Yes, sir. Not main event picture no time soon.
You are not main event.
Excited.
Yeah. Like Daniel, like you said, inspired. One of those, he's there in the final 4, maybe even the final 2. And it's like, if there was a crowd, you could see the crowd being like, oh shit, and yes chants. But no, he was gone before you knew it. And it's like Seth had eliminated him, which, to your point about Seth and Daniel Bryan, I think that could be really cool too. Having Daniel Bryan and the Messiah kind of like, and especially with, we saw with SmackDown, Daniel Bryan just lost. I was just putting those two things together. Like he's down on his luck, and the Messiah comes around. Hey man, looks like you could use some help. Get on the right side. Get on the winning side.
You're lost. You're a lost soul.
Be on the right side of history, Daniel. Join me. Join the savior of SmackDown. Follow me. I will show you the way.
Yeah. That literally might just happen.
Yeah. I think that's the story. That should be the story. It just makes sense for what Daniel's going through right now. Because just another loss and he tapped out. I don't remember ever seeing Daniel Bryan tap out. Like actually tap. Because even commentary was like, whoa!
I was shocked, bro. Like when I saw Tommaso tap, it was like the same exact feeling. I was like, holy shit. Really?
Yeah.
He made Daniel Bryan quit.
Clean.
That was one of the cleanest, super clean wins I saw from Cesaro over like it was just
and great for Cesaro. It's great.
Yeah. And then when the way he lost and he was looking in the corner, like he was just like, and then I thought Cesaro was about to walk up and beat his ass because he was still charged. He just walked up and stopped. He was like, you know what? Respect. I got that ass again. So you pinned him. Now you made him tap. There's no rubber match. I'm sorry.
No, you can't.
No, we are for neat with this.
I'm gonna watch because I don't know if he's gonna be on Talking Smack, but the last time he was on Talking Smack, they got on Cesaro for not taking the rematch when Daniel Bryan said, "Oh, let's do it again," and he's like, "I already fought you and I beat you. What do I got to prove?" And then he did take the match and he tapped him out.
I made you quit.
There's nothing else
said. Don't said. Don't bring that. Don't bring that to me. Don't do it, Brian. Don't.
If I'm in the ring, you just turn around. We got nothing else to say. We got nothing else to do.
Just don't look at me.
Don't even
look at me, sir.
Turn the fuck around.
Avert your eyes.
100%. So yeah, man. But yeah, Daniel seems like he's in the business right now, just putting people over, which that's cool. That's cool. That works.
I'm with it, man.
I think that's fine. Yeah. Braun Strowman, he was number 30.
He
looks
good. He looks in phenomenal freaking shape,
dude. Yes,
but it's at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll get more. I'll bring Braun Strowman up one more time a little bit later when we talk about some future things. But for let's get into the end of this matchup. So it came down to, I remember Edge and Seth Rollins, I think, were the last two guys in the ring at the same time. And it was a pretty quick sequence where there was someone else, I think Seth Rollins had tossed out. I think that's when they tossed out Braun. It was like a group thing, like a bunch of people helped toss out Braun.
Yeah.
And then Seth got tossed out
typical Braun elimination.
Exactly. Edge ran up, immediately grabbed Seth, tossed him out. Edge is celebrating. Yeah, I did it. And then here comes Randy Orton. RKO, Mr. 1 hour and 32 seconds himself in the Rumble. Just...
At that point, we RKO'd and he's getting ready. I'm like, oh shit, are we fucking doing this?
I said, we're doing this. He's winning the Rumble after this bullshit. Oh, the rant is coming. And Randy's my guy, but the rant
they want to give him a third Rumble win. They want him to tie Stone Cold. I'm like, they just want to serve this man all the accolades. Yes, sir. You're going to break Ric Flair's record. You're going to tie Stone Cold's Royal Rumble record. Yep. The world is yours, sir. The buffet is open, sir.
Have it. It's yours. Take it. It's yours. Yeah, man. I thought the same. I said, oh my God, Randy Orton's going to win. RKO'd him. Yeah. Doing his whole thing. Yeah. Picked him up, went to fling him over the top rope. Edge reversed it, tossed him out. I said, oh, yes. Thank God.
Yes. I was literally like, oh no, oh yes.
Exactly. I was so
all happy. In that emotions just everywhere, bro.
I was like, oh man, Edge, thank you, man, because this was about to be a problem if we had Randy Orton pull this bullshit off in this way. Like, Randy's my guy, but no, you don't do this. You fake the injury, come back and beat Edge like this after he went legitimately an hour and 32 seconds, and you stayed in the trainer's room talking about my knee and my neck and my back.
Hey, what's up? This is Devin from the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast, and I just want to let everybody know we did have some unfortunate technical difficulties during the season premiere of the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. So, unfortunately, we just kind of have to split this recording up, and this will be the Royal Rumble Part 1, and Part 2 of the Royal Rumble will be dropping Monday for you guys. So right now, we're just going to have the audio portion of Royal Rumble Part 1. Video portion will be coming out later on Monday as well. So I do apologize once again. And please don't forget to hit up our website. That is ClarkStreetWrestling.com, ST for the abbreviation. We have all our links to our social platforms. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We have our Clark Street Wrestling community too on Facebook as well. We have over 116 people and growing. So go ahead and click that invite. We will welcome you with open arms. And I cannot forget all the various platforms as well. You can listen to us. We have Google, we have Apple, we have Spotify, and we're on the newest platform right now, Pandora. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on Pandora. So if you'd like to listen to Pandora, open up that Pandora box and listen to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. And one other thing too, one big thing, we have merch. Yes, we have merch. Click on our merch site attached to our store, ClarkStreetWrestling.com, and you go on the link where it says store. We have access to all of our merch. We got shirts. We got baby onesies too as well. Yes, I said it. Baby onesies. We got coffee mugs. We got latte cups. We got shirts. We got tanks. We have a lot of merchandise for you, for everyone. So go ahead and click that. We got new merch. Go and see what we got. And please, please, please always support your boys on the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast.